Hello, my name is Brian Rotuno, and I'm the academic principal here at Boston International School. We're delighted that you are taking the time to watch this video in order to get a virtual experience about our open day and learn more about our school. Our elementary school comprises students from kindergarten to grade 5. So those are generally students from ages 5 until 10. Students learn through the IB curriculum. So they have a homeroom teacher who teaches English, math, science, and social studies to them. This is done generally through a unit of inquiry, so students are exploring and learning about what takes place in the world around them and making real-world connections. Additionally, students also have teachers for subjects like art, music, and PE. All of these classes are taught through an English medium curriculum. Additionally, we do value the mother tongue of students at our school, and so students are able to take a mother tongue class, either Mandarin, Korean, or Japanese, and this happens for 45 minutes every day. You'll be able to take an opportunity over these next few minutes to find out more about our school. We would invite you to contact us if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. My name is Lorraine Moodley, and I am going to introduce to you my grade 5 ELL class. Students are attempting to answer the big question: how where we are changes who we are. My classroom is set up to reduce anxiety and foster feelings of safety and comfort, to help build confidence so students can actively participate in group discussions. They are provided opportunities to share ideas and practice with other ELLs, thereby demonstrating communication skills. As we journey through, students will connect to individual experiences. They will demonstrate thinking skills to identify similarities and differences between life in China and their native country, draw conclusions, and finally answer the big question. Since ELLs come from all over the world and bring with them a unique life experience, I am curious to hear their views and opinions. Let's take a look. Agreement. What do we do when there's a disagreement? We have to find a soul?
Hi, my name is Mr. Wallace. I teach grade 2 at Boston International School. We're lucky to teach the IB here because it gives us a lot of flexibility with how we teach. When it comes to teaching math in my class, our curriculum tells us what we need to teach throughout the year. We use Singapore Maths to teach that curriculum. So what I need to teach comes from the curriculum, how I teach it comes from Singapore Maths. Singapore Maths easily integrates with the curriculum that I teach. I have a look through the curriculum and find the areas that I need to teach throughout the year, and then I go through the corresponding chapters and find how I can then integrate the Singapore Maths way of teaching into my lessons. How many of the socks have stripes? Remember our strategy. Read all the information first, then find the question. That is 1.1 billion. 100 million. That's how many items of cutlery, like the plastic knives and plastic forks and plastic spoons. Singapore Maths comes with a teacher guide and it comes with student books. And the teacher manual gives me some insightful and innovative ideas to use within the classroom. We're currently using Singapore Math to teach students the concept of time. How to tell the time, how to read the time. We're linking this back to our unit of inquiry. In our current unit of inquiry, we are planning a sleepover, and students need to be able to tell the time in order to plan what activities to do and when. We're giving our grade 2 students the whole responsibility to plan the sleepover from the minute school finishes on Thursday night to the minute school starts again on Friday morning. Students need to know how to tell the time. When it comes to planning my lessons, first I start here. I'll find the chapter that I'm looking for. Once I've found the right chapter, I take photos of this and put it on my smartboard. It then allows me to annotate the pages as I go through and teach the concepts with the kids. The teacher manual provides detailed instructions as to how to go through the content of each lesson. It gives us the materials that we will need, it gives us activities to perform with our students, and it gives us detailed step-by-step instructions how to deliver this content in the most innovative and clear way that will allow the students to get maximum benefit. These are special because in behind here they have gears. Watch what happens to the hour hand when I move the minute hand. See how the hour hand is moving? Yes. When I move the minute hand? I'll do it again, look. We can divide our clock up into different parts.
If you couldn't wake up by yourself, then you could use that clock and put it if you put it 7 o'clock, then you'll wake up. 1 is for the second.
Quarter past, because
Not 3.
What about that? Does that mean something?
Yeah.
Yeah. The pedagogical approach of Singapore math is through a concrete, pictorial and abstract approach. Students can first explore an idea. It makes them think outside the box a little bit. And then through the use of manipulatives and hands-on independent work, students can then explore deeper into the concepts that they're learning. There's lots of these cogs, lots of these wheels behind here.
14. I was 15. Right.
The Singapore Math Framework benefits kids because it gives them real-world, concrete examples of how they might use those concepts in their real lives. The examples and demonstrations provided in Singapore Math are real-world examples with real people that the kids can relate to in their lives. In a recent unit of inquiry, we were learning about making healthy choices. Using Singapore Maths, we taught the students how to read and make different types of graphs. We then went to the canteen and we looked at the different food groups that were being served each day. The students produced a tally chart, then they produced a picture graph. From that data, they then produced bar graphs and wrote down some observations of what they found, of some patterns that they found within their graphs. This was all possible because of the knowledge and the understanding of the concepts that Singapore Maths helped us teach. At Boston, using Singapore Math in the elementary school gives students the best possible mathematical foundation before their graduation into middle school.
Hi, I'm Edie Kang. I'm currently teaching Korean Mother Tongue to grade 3 to grade 5 at Boston International School. Korean class in BIS Primary School is designed to incorporate the unit of inquiry lessons while strengthening Korean Mother Tongue. One's mother tongue is a fundamental aspect of identity, culture, and expression, and I strongly feel at BIS, all languages and cultures are valued and supported. Language advocate Suzanne Taluk said, mastery of the mother tongue is a prerequisite for creative expression in other languages. BIS encourages and supports mother tongue development as it is in the dominant language where a higher level of thinking takes place. Korean class mainly consists of 5 parts, which are reading, writing, listening, speaking, and culture. Students are exposed to various texts containing traditional idioms, expression, syntax, spelling, vocabulary, and Korean history. It will also benefit students when they return to Korea as they will be competent in oral, written, and grammar skills. 보스턴 국제학교의 초등한국어 과정은 EOI라 불리는 IB의 탐구 단원과 연계한 수업을 진행하는 동시에 읽기, 쓰기, 듣기, 말하기에 집중한 모국어 수업을 결합하여 학생들이 고국에 돌아갔을 때 한국 공교육 과정에 무리 없이 적응할 수 있도록 설계되었습니다.
Hello everyone, I'm Yuki. I'm teaching PYP Japanese. In Japanese class, students learn not only the Japanese language itself, but also learn unit of inquiry, which is the characteristic of the IB curriculum. Let me introduce my class schedule and what we are doing. On Mondays, we study kanji, which is a Chinese character. Students in each grade are required to learn a certain number of kanji in 1 year. They learn Chinese characters according to the Japanese government syllabus, so that if students return to Japan, they can catch up in local schools. From Tuesday to Thursdays, we studied unit of inquiry. This is interesting work for students because it helps students to get more curious about the world, and they enjoy searching for things and problems around them. For example, grade 4 students are studying the unit of science and design. In the Japanese class, we studied washi, which is Japanese traditional paper, and now they are searching for Japanese traditional craft, and students are interested in. I think this is a good opportunity for students to learn and think more about Japanese cultures. On Fridays, we focus on Japanese grammar and do some writing by using Japanese textbook. I think reading and writing are the most important for students to improve their Japanese skills, and I spend more time practicing them. 日本語クラスでは日本の国語の教科書を使うだけでなく、道徳、理科、社会、SDGs の知識をもとに身の回りの問題について調査研究をしています。国際バカロレアのカリキュラムでは子どもの好奇心を育て強みを伸ばすことができます。ありがとうございました。
Hello, I'm Michael Xu, working as a Mandarin teacher in PYP. In Mandarin beginner class, we teach Mandarin under a big umbrella, the IB frame. That is a student-centered, inquiry-based, concept-driven program. We use a variety of tools and strategies in each unit to train student skills and knowledges for making the efficient communication happen in Mandarin. We also take the sustainable development goals into account in our collaborative meetings with homeroom teachers and other specialists. The SDGs is a long-term strategy of United Nations. Let's take a look at the students' learning and their activities. The grade 4 just learned the unit of energy. They are presenting it via different activities.
这是太阳能发电，这是电网，这是电磁炉，这是电表，这是太阳能板，这是风力发电，这是风，这是叶片，这是发电机，这是电网，这是我们的家。风吹动风力发电机，转动发电，电从电网到我们的家。
在近母语和高级组的中文教学中，以 IB 课程指引为导向，结合中文学习的特点安排教学，采用以学生为中心、以探究为基础、概念驱动的教学模式，并尽可能兼顾联合国可持续发展的目标，充分给予学生自主学习、探究和交流的空间。教学活动方面，通过日常5项活动，包括字词训练、聆听朗读、自我阅读、读给他人听以及写作练习，努力培养和提高学生在听说读写各方面的能力。在文学修养方面，小学低年级以阅读童谣、儿歌和儿童故事为主，激发学生的阅读兴趣，展示阅读成果。 3、4年级学习科普文、古代寓言和现代诗，探究古今中外发明创造，学习人类智慧，提高阅读理解能力。5年级以主题探讨为主，学习古典名著和神话传说，探寻汉字的起源，学习当代优秀短篇小说，让学生在多元感悟中感受文学之美。
At its most basic level, phonics is the relationship between letters in written words and sounds in spoken words. It is a way of attaching sounds to letters or groups of letters to read an alphabetic language. The letter-sound relationships of phonics are a set of visual directions that tell readers how to pronounce words they've never seen before. For example, if I know the sound for C, k, and the sound for A, and the sound for T, t, then I can read the word k, t, cat. At BIS, phonics is explicitly taught using the Letters and Sounds program through a series of 7 phases that increase in difficulty. We start by teaching the most common letter-sound relationships that will allow the beginning reader to read several words found in their vocabulary that they will likely come across in their reading. Students are assessed at the beginning of the year in order to determine which phonics level is best for them. They are then grouped with other students of similar ability and begin moving through the phases together. In each phase, students receive explicit hands-on instruction to learn to manipulate the various sounds. Within each lesson, they review previously learned sounds, learn new sounds, they read and they write those sounds that they are learning. At the end of each phase, students are assessed to determine mastery, in which then we decide whether the student is ready to move on, to learn new sounds, or to have a time of review to help cement their previous learning. According to research, phonics knowledge is a precursor and strong predictor of reading proficiency. Phonics instruction is an essential part of reading instruction because it's when beginning readers learn the relationship between the sounds of the spoken language with the letters they relate to in written language. Phonics gives readers the tools they need to sound out a word they do not know when they are reading. This is especially important when the reader starts reading more difficult texts without pictures, because they will begin to come across words they are not familiar with on a regular basis.
Which one, Rory? Good girl. Welcome back.
Bean.
Bean. Good boy. What's the word? Good. Her.
Here.
Her.
Her.
Yes. No. Come back.
Here.
Here. Excellent. What's the word?
There.
Good job. Well done.
BIS is a very great school, and it's a very beautiful place.
Teacher is very kind.
We could do presentations by using Keynote and PowerPoint, and in this school we use a lot of technologies in our learning.
School is very big. There is many programs that is like art, music, PE, and that is all fun.
And in language we can speak Korean, Japan, or Mandarin.
Teachers can improve our English skills. English skill will be more better and better.
And when I come to this country, the people are like very kind, and the people like to talk. They like to talk, and I feel I'm not lonely.
We learn to respect each other with kindness.
I've learned to be an inquirer, a thinker, and a reflector.
보스턴 국제학교에 오신 걸 환영합니다.
보스턴 국제학교에 오신 걸 환영합니다.
Welcome to Boston International School.
보스턴 국제학교에 오신 걸 환영합니다.
보스턴 인터내셔널 스쿨에 요거서.
Good day. My name is Jerica Clausen, and I am the Primary Years Coordinator. The PYP fosters an environment of inquiry-based learning. Students learn how to apply lifelong skills such as critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Students are encouraged to become internationally minded, and we do this through the application of the IB learner profiles. Students are encouraged to be curious, to ask questions, and to explore ways to answer these questions. Our curriculum is based on the philosophy that students make meaning of knowledge and content when they are involved in the learning process. The learning experiences that we create in the classroom are therefore engaging, academically rigorous, and yet relevant to the real-world issues. These learning experiences are differentiated to accommodate a range of abilities in the classroom. Our American Texas standards provide depth to our program of inquiry, which encompasses our core subjects, which is our languages, our math, our social sciences, our sciences, as well as our specialist subjects. At primary level, we ensure that the student is holistically developed, cared for, nurtured, and part of a community here at Boston International School. Thank you.